I've got a quick fire game for you now, okay?
Yes.
We're
good
gonna
at
play...
that. We're really good at that.
Oh, perfect.
I knew this was coming, that's why I wanted to skip
Apollo,
ahead.
Delilah, Goliath.
We're going to play Who Said It, Queen or the Queen.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's all to do with training. You can do a lot if you're properly trained. Was that Queen or the Queen?
It's all to do with training.
Yes.
You can do a lot if you're trained. Can anyone do the voice of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth?
You should be able to do that.
You should.
Why? Because I'm British.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
The Queen.
The Queen.
The Queen.
Correct.
Yes.
It was the Queen.
Queen.
The Queen.
It was the Queen?
Yeah.
What? Damn, okay.
I have to be seen to be believed.
That sounds like Freddie.
It's like Freddie Mercury saying that, isn't it?
Say it in Freddie's voice. I think that'd be Freddie.
I can't do it on this phone.
I think
Let's
it's
go Freddie.
I think it's Freddie.
The Queen.
The
It's
Queen.
the Queen.
She has to. Oh, that-
Well, you did that gesture.
Freddie the Queen.
That sounds like a very Freddie thing, but I'm gonna say the Queen.
It is the Queen.
Yeah. Damn, Queen. Whoa.
Sassy Queen.
Yeah.
I like to be surrounded by splendid things.
Freddie Mercury.
Correct, that's Freddie.
Oh, that could be either. This is good. That again sounds very Freddie, but I think the Queen.
That's Freddie.
Okay.
Football's a difficult business, and aren't they prima donnas?
Surely that's not the Queen. Is it
That's
the
the
Queen?
Queen.
Oh my God. This band name is now making so much sense.
Television has made it possible for many of you to see me in your homes.
That's the
That's
Queen.
the Queen.
Television has made it. That's not in the voices. That's not it.
Do it again.
I'm not going to be in the crown anytime soon.
At least not as the Queen. Maybe it's someone else.
Maybe not as the Queen. Maybe that's the
Hey.
Queen.
As someone doing an impression of the Queen, you'll be, if they have that character.
Okay, I want to say that that's Queen, but I feel like, again, that's the Queen.
That's the Queen, yeah.
She is sass.
Prince Charles is doing a great job for young people. He shows genuine concern and interest.
That's
That's gotta be
Her
Queen,
Majesty-
right?
Her
No, it has
Majesty
to
Freddie
be-
Mercury, I
It
think,
has to be
isn't
Queen.
Yeah, it's Queen. It's John Deacon.
Is it?
That can't be either of them. The Queen. That's not Queen.
That's Queen.
What? Who?
John
No.
Deacon talking about wanting Queen to work with the Prince's Trust.
Wow, interesting.
Like all the best families, we have our share of eccentricities.
That is Queen. Our Queen.
I think it's
the
the
band
Queen. I think it's the Queen.
Do you think so? No, I think that's Mercury.
Is the Queen.
It is?
Domination.
Wow.
I'm winning this game, so.
Queen.
The Queen.
What? Since when has she been so open and candid?
I'm in love with my car.
Me too. Yeah, that's Roger Taylor, right?
Roger Taylor.
Correct.
Machine of the Dream.
I
You
wish
know
it
that
was
that's
the
a
Queen.
B-side of Bohemian Rhapsody?
I know, it's in the film.
You were paying attention. Good. That was just a test.
That was just a test.
Yeah.
Roger Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to know about Freddie's cats?
Always.
There's Apollo
what are the feeding
and
habits?
Delilah and Goliath,
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Romeo.
What did
Romeo.
he feed them? What did he feed them?
Yeah.
What did he feed them? Just kibbles?
No, real food, human food.
Yeah.
Only the best.
Human
Taters.
beings?
Yeah.
The film has such a great cast and it's so much fun to watch everyone on screen together. I'd love to know what your funniest or most memorable moment from filming is.
I guess most memorable one of will be the very last thing we shot, which was Rami and Gwil doing Love of My Life and Rami taking that sweeping bow. And it was the last moment that we shot of this film, and we were all watching on the monitors, and Dexter, our director, turned to us and whispered, I'm gonna get him to do it one more time and then we're all gonna clap and that's it, we're wrapped. And everyone suddenly came to the realization that it was over and done after everything we'd been through. And so it's on camera where he goes down and everyone starts applauding and he comes up and realizes what's happening. And there's just this moment and then he blows kisses out to everyone and it's just, oh, it's so heartbreaking. And it's all on camera.
How were you with bloopers? Were there any moments that made you crack up laughing?
Yeah, they actually showed a great blooper reel at the rap party. I'd like to see that again. I'm such a goody-goody. I always get too nervous. So I just try and correct myself.
With a big movie like this, there must be some things you shoot which don't make the final cut. So I wondered if you had a favourite deleted scene we might get to see later on the DVD.
I mean, one of the most incredible things about this film is the Live Aid performance, and it's obviously cut down in the film. Hopefully the full extended version, because they shot the whole 20-minute set in full, so hopefully that appears somewhere, because that was something to behold.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
You get to see this band come from not rags to riches, but really define themselves as human beings, as misfits, as outcasts, writing these songs that all of those people can understand and relate to. And then you get it to see them be put on stage in front of thousands. So it is a film experience like no other, and it must be seen on the big screen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we've seen this in some amazing cinemas. We saw it at George Lucas's cinema in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Best sound system you could possibly imagine.
It was sick.
And when you get to the concert sequences, you feel the vibration of the music in your chest. It's like being in the crowd. It's really quite an experience.
I really wanted to ask you about the Live Aid scenes because they're incredible to watch. And what was that like to film?
Big challenge. It was the first thing we did. The very first thing we did. So we showed up. They gave us 5 weeks to rehearse it, to learn every single movement, like down to like the smallest detail. Like if they tripped over a chord, you had to do that. If your person turned left at a particular moment, you had to look to the left. Like it was that kind of detail. And so that was particularly challenging because we needed to learn all 6 songs, we needed to learn every movement, and we still also had to emote. We still had to be actors. We still had to understand what was going on in those moments in that part of the film, what was going on between the characters, what it meant to them. And so kind of doing all those things, making it feel natural and making it feel unrehearsed, even though it was rehearsed to the you know.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, yeah. I mean,
And we had Brian May there and Roger Taylor there, the legendary members of Queen. They were giving advice. I mean, they gave you some advice, right?
Yeah.
Brian May,
Well, that's it. Like as Joe was saying, we were really meticulous in like capturing this scene really in complete accuracy. And at the end of the first rehearsal, Brian came up to me and was like, "No, it's very good. You got this very detailed. It's very accurate, but." Don't forget that I'm a rock star, and with that comes a certain amount of ego. And it was just a really cool thing to hear at that point because it made me realise that we're not there to like mimic or to just caricature, but actually like to fill these characters with our own sense of like energy and adrenaline and joy and all that kind of thing.
We'd studied it enough before. I mean, at least I had to know roughly. Obviously, the guys were rehearsing for about a month before. But to see that every beat, every nod and head turn had been matched moment for moment was so shocking, and it was my first day of filming, so it was a great introduction into the kind of the tone and expectations.
And what's the reality of filming a scene like that? What are you actually seeing?
In an airfield just outside London, so like the stage was incredible and you're completely transported when you're there and backstage. And then of course you turn around and it's just grass. I mean, with the combination of the set and their performance, it's pretty much like you were there.
Do you have a favourite song that's performed in the film?
When they first get together and they do Keep Yourself Alive, because we did that scene for a whole day, and so that song has been on like a loop in my head in association with this film. That's the first time in the film you really get to see Freddie's stage presence and energy, and so it's such a thrill, and it was so much fun to watch on the day as well.
It must be so much fun to witness all these performances all the time.
Yeah, especially as the person who gets to stand in the audience and just enjoy it and like clap along and stuff. Like I had the least kind of pressure on me, so it was just like one concert after the other.
That must make doing karaoke with your castmates or anything like that.
We've never done karaoke. I mean, you should see them sing along to Queen at the rap party and such. That's something to behold.